चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय सदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। अनर्पितं चरिं चिरात् कारुण्यवतीन कलौ समर्पेतमुन्नतजरसां स्वभक्तिश्रम्। हरिपुरसुन्दरदुति कदम्बसन्दीपिता सदा हृदे कन्द्रेषु स्फुरतु वै सचिनन्दना। जयतां सुतपङ्गुर्मम मन्दमतेर्गति वत्सर्वस्पदाम्भुजौ श्रीराधामदनोहर। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधलक्ष्यै क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि तं शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। Everybody, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome, everyone. Today is very special day and very auspicious day. Not only because of this is Kartik month and we are doing Brajmandal Parikrama, but also today is Disciplinary Day of Shri Narottam Thakur, a very prominent Acharya in our line. So I think today, before starting Hari Katha, we can start with one Gurudev Bhajan, and I want Anuradha from New York, small girl, 5-year young girl. She sings very good. So
Oh,
just a
Maharaj,
second.
she's not here with me right now. I'm on my way home from work.
Okay. Tomorrow, some other time.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so Anuradha is not there anyway. Okay, so because it's Narottam Thakur's Disciplinary Day, then I will sing one bhajan. Can you take up? Jaya Nilo Premadhana. So, Jaya Nilo Premadhana Karuna Prachur. If you have your songbook or your mobiles, you can open this song. We can sing together. Jaya Nilo Premadhana Karuna Prachur. हेनो प्रभु कोथा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर जे आनिलो प्रेमाधन करुणा प्रचुर कहाँ मोरा स्वरूप रूपा कहाँ सनाता कहाँ दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन कहाँ मोरा भट्ट जुग कहाँ कबीरा एका काले को था गेला गोरा नटरा पाषाणे कुतिबो माथा आनाले शिवो गौरांगे गो नेरा निधि कथा गेले पाबो से सब संगीरा संगे जय कैलो विला से संगना पाइया कांदे नरोत्तम दास से संगना पाइया कांदे नरोत्तम दास जे अनिलो प्रेमाधना करुणा प्रचुर हेनो प्रभु कोथा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर जयो वैष्णव ठाकुर जयो वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर दयाल वैष्णव ठाकुर ठाकुर नरोत्तम ठाकुर नरोत्तम नरोत्तम ठाकुर नरोत्तम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि okay, so because it's a very special day, very auspicious day, and our parikrama today went to Dauji, means darshan of Balaram, Baldev Prabhu, and Gokul, the birthplace of Krishna, and Raval, the birthplace of Radharani. Yeah, all these places. So I think if we don't glorify Acharya like Narottam Thakur, it will be incomplete. So before I start Braj Mandal Parikrama, let us first hear some glorification of Sri Narottam Thakur. Yes. Just like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is very merciful and compassionate. All his associates are equally compassionate and very merciful. So there are some associates of Mahaprabhu who took birth prior to Mahaprabhu. Yeah, and also Parikrama went to Brahman Ghat. Yeah. There are some associates who took birth prior to Mahaprabhu, and some associates who took birth after Mahaprabhu disappeared from this world. But they all are associates of Mahaprabhu. So Narottam Thakur is so closely associated with Mahaprabhu that he took birth after Mahaprabhu disappeared from this world. And he is known as Prem Avatar of Mahaprabhu. Imagine, who is Mahaprabhu? The combined form of Radha and Krishna. Rasaraj, Shri Krishna, and Mahabhav Sarupani, Radharani combined together. So much compassion and so much prem and so much love in them, pure love. They can't survive without seeing each other. They can't breathe or live without seeing each other. Yeah. Uh, the manifestation of the prema of Radharani and Mahaprabhu together assumed a form, and that form is Sri Narottam Thakur. Can you imagine the glories of Sri Narottam Thakur? A conditioned soul like me can't glorify Sri Narottam Thakur because yeah, his glories are transcendental. So when Mahaprabhu was present in this world 520 some years back, when he disappeared from here, when he was present here, he was visiting many places, and he went to Bangladesh, which was the part of India in those days, the territory of India in those days. And Mahaprabhu took bath in a holy river called Padma. The moment Mahaprabhu jumped into the river, Padma river, she felt ecstasies, yeah, spiritual, transcendental ecstasies in her. And she said, I'm blessed today by touch of your lotus feet. Mahaprabhu said, Padma, you have to do something for me. She said, any order to me, I will fulfill all your orders. Mahaprabhu told Padma, I'm I'm assigning a prema to you for a boy who's going to come in near future. Whenever this boy will come and take bath in you, you give this prema to that boy. Padma she was so happy and glad to hear this. I got some service of Mahaprabhu, but she was wondering who is that fortunate and lucky boy to whom Mahaprabhu has to come all the way to give prema to him? Who is that boy? Yeah. Mahaprabhu said his name will be Narottam. In future, he's going to take birth in this village, and whenever he comes to you, you give this prema. I'm assigning this prema to you. And by saying this, Mahaprabhu left. And Padma has been waiting. And after maybe 200 years, Narottam Thakur took birth in this village. When the Brahmins saw his constellation and made his astrological chart, they said, wow, he's going to be a very great personality in future. Uh, the Brahmin said everything is fine and fair in his chart, but only one thing you have to be careful. The Brahmin told the parents, only one thing you have to be careful. Never allow your boy going near to any river. Because if he goes to any river and take bath, he will renounce. He become a renunciate. So parents, father was very rich, very wealthy. He was a landlord. And Narottam Thakur, he was like a prince with so much riches around him, so much wealth and so many guards around him and servants around him. So guards were always watching on him and was never allowing him to go near to any river. Any river means the river Padma was flowing in that village. Narottam Thakur, in his childhood, he used to see all my friends and boys. They go to river and take bath there, have fun there, they swim there, and I'm hearing so much they like. Why I'm being stopped? Yeah. Why there's so much restriction? Why I'm not allowed to go? That brings curiosity in him, develops a curiosity in him. So therefore, one day, even though so many guards around him, he was thinking a plan to escape from there. So when you have so much security on you, so much check on you, then we find all other ways to just get escape from that security. Because thief is more smart. He knows where the security is, and but restrictions are there. So thief is very smart and takes every step very cleverly. Narottam Thakur was thinking, when is the right time to just go from here? And one day he escaped from home. He ran toward the river and he jumped to the river. The moment he jumped in river, Padma river felt ecstasies, and she understood, oh, Narottam has come. So he is that fortunate one for whom Mahaprabhu came and gave prema. And Padma infused or presented that gift in the body of Narottam Thakur. Narottam Thakur felt something in him, and moment he came out from water, he felt some transcendental emotions, tears flowing from his eyes, and he's smiling, sometimes he's laughing, sometimes rolling on the ground like a madman. like a mad person. But they are not mad. They look like and they act like mad. But this is transcendental madness, not any ordinary madness. So Narottam Thakur, he came back home, but totally different person, not speaking to anyone, just by himself, very quiet, grave. Uh, Parents were wondering what's happening to Narottam. Why so much changed? He don't want to speak to anyone, and he just one day he falls asleep. When he was sleeping in his dream, the whole entourage of Mahaprabhu, means all associates of Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, Advaita Acharya Prabhu, Mahaprabhu, everyone appeared in his dream. And Nityan Prabhu told, Narottam, go to Vrindavan. I sanction you. Go to Vrindavan. Because without sanction of Nityan Prabhu, no one can go to Vrindavan. Vrindavan is not a tourist place. Okay, we buy a ticket and visa, just go. If we go like this, then we will not able to understand the transcendental nature of Vrindavan Dham. Yeah, but when it is sanctioned by Sri Nityanand Prabhu, then we go and see the transcendental nature of Vrindavan Dham. Something very important I would have said in the beginning, I forgot that point. Something very strange in the life history of Narottam Thakur. Everything is reverse of the system or the practice which we follow. What is the meaning? We all come to Srila Gurudev, our respected Gurudevs, and we pray for initiation. And Gurudev gives us initiation, and he also gave us shiksha, instructions, and lessons and teachings. And what happened? Gradually, one comes to the stage of Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, all the stage up to the point of Prema. And then one gets Prema. So first step is initiation. Second step is, learning, Shiksha, and then Prema. So those who says, or those who believe there is no need of initiation, for them, this life history of Narottam Thakur dissipate all their doubts. Because in his life history, it starts from Prema and then ends up with initiation. Everything is reverse. In our case, we start with initiation first, and then learning, Shiksha, Shiksha Guru, and then Prema, final stage. No, I don't know which birth. Gurudev used to tell us, if you practice nicely and do very sincere bhajan, maybe you can get in 50 or 60 births. Yeah. And then you should consider, even if you get in 50 birth, you should consider it happens very quick. Otherwise, it takes yugas and yugas and yugas. Yeah, 50 birth is very quick. So, in Narottam Thakur's life history, very first thing he got is prema in childhood. And now Nityam Prabhu told him to go to Vrindavan. And Narottam Thakur, he just ran to Vrindavan Dham without any consideration, without informing his parents. When he came to Vrindavan Dham, he is calling out, Ha Nitai, Ha Gaur, Ha Nitai, Ha Gaur, and he falls unconscious on the ground. Yeah, tears in his eyes. And he come across his Shiksha Guru, and that is Shijiva Goswami, who was a very prominent acharya at that time in Vrindavan, who used to be acting as a Shiksha Guru to many devotees and many disciples of other gurus, other acharyas, sorry. Jiva Goswami was teaching them all the Shastras. Sri Narottam Thakur took shelter of Jiva Goswami. And under his guidance and shelter, he got to learn so many scriptures. Sri Narottam Thakur became very fluent with all the scriptures. And then Jiva Goswami told, go and get initiation from very, very prominent and very a very prominent associate of Mahaprabhu called Shri Loknath Goswami, who used to do very secluded bhajan, never used to see anyone, whole day and night just bhajan. That's all, totally immersed and absorbed. Uh, so we can ask Narottam Thakur, why you want to have a Shiksha Guru and want to learn Shastras? You already got Prema right in the beginning of your life. And what is the need to get initiation? You already got Prema. But Jiva Shri Narottam Thakur, he humbly approached Shri Loknath Goswami. Please give me Diksha, please give me initiation. Loknath Goswami said, I don't initiate anyone. It's not my nature. But Narottam Thakur keep on insisting and requesting him, please give me initiation, please give me initiation. And he was refusing every time. Narottam Thakur thought, I already accepted him as my Guru, my Gurudev in my heart. In his getting mantras and getting initiated is, a process, but acceptance in the heart is everything. So even though he's not accepting me, but I accepted him in my heart. And when I accepted him as my Gurudev in my heart, I need to serve him. And what service? He don't need anything. He don't need blanket. He don't need any clothes. He don't need any food. Narottam Thakur saw, was checking what is that service which I can do. And he saw that early morning when Loknath Goswami Pad, he just going in the bushes for early morning duties, means for bathroom, toilets, etc. Narottam Thakur thought, because my Gurudev is totally absorbed in his bhajan, he's not even aware. He's every morning coming here. So he started cleaning that place without even informing his Gurudev. Generally, we show our Gurudev. Gurudev, today I distributed 50 books. Gurudev, today I collected so much money. Gurudev, today I wrote this article. So much show off. But Narottam Thakur, he said, acceptance of Guru in my heart, that's enough. He acknowledge or he don't acknowledge, doesn't matter. This is called selfless love. Selfless. So is there any selfish love also? Yes. When we just show off things. Love is, one can feel that. And when there is show off, it doesn't work long. But when there is a concern for someone, and only selfless service means only giving and giving and giving to satisfy, to serve that person. That's called love. So love means sacrifice. Without sacrifice, one cannot. This can be, this is applicable even this material world. Then what to speak of spiritual world? This disciple Narottam Thakur only serving and serving, was not asking anything in return. But Loknath Goswami Pad, one day he saw this, he acknowledged this. Oh, who's cleaning this area? And the next day, hidingly, he saw this boy, Narottam Thakur, who looks like a prince. He is cleaning this. And he approached me for initiation. So he got so much impressed and moved in his heart, so and so that he's ready to give him initiation. Narottam Thakur got initiation from Loknath Goswami. So I'm just giving a brief, I'm not elaborating on subject. So first Prema, then Shiksha Guru, then Diksha Guru, initiation. Yeah, so that should be over, whole package. This is the whole spiritual life mean, Diksha, Shiksha and Prem, that's all. No, there's something more than that. It's not complete yet. So what is more? Narottam Thakur is showing with his example. Sadhu Sangha is also very important. Even though one is on the level of prema, even though one is having initiation from high class Gurudev or Shiksha from high class Shiksha Guru, still association matters. So Narottam Thakur, even after going through all this Mahabhagavas and prema, what he's longing for in that bhajan, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Daya Karo, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Daya Karo More, Toma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagat Samsare. So last line, Ramachandra Sangha Vage Narottamada. Is longing to have association. Is longing to have association from Ramchandra Kaviraj. Who is he? Diksha Guru? Shiksha Guru of Narottam Thakur? No. God brother of Narottam Thakur? No. He was disciple of his god brother. Means the second generation. So much gap. Not only association of god brother, but the second generation association. So he always want to be in the association. Now this word association, if I elaborate on this, it will take 2 hours. Because, okay, some other day, yeah, but very sweet and very details of this word association. What is the meaning of association? And from where this word extract, from where this word came, association. It's not of this material world. This word is from spiritual world. So that means even association is essential in spiritual world. Yes. I will speak some other time. Please remind me. Yeah. Some other day when there will be no parikrama and it will be rest day in the parikrama time. On that day I will explain about this association. So anyhow, today, Discipline is of Narottam Thakur. We all pray to his lotus feet. We are sinful, we are conditioned souls. Please bless us with that prema bhakti in which you are very wealthy and rich. You are Prem avatar of Mahaprabhu and very dear associate of Radharani. Yeah. So today you bless us. We can sincerely, under the guidance of our Gurudev, we can also do some bhajan and some remembrance of our Guru Maharaj. Shri Narottam Thakur ki jai. Okay. So parikrama starts. Where you want to go first? Brahman Ghat. Okay. So parikrama went to Brahman Ghat, Gokul, Raval, Dauji. So Gurudev used to first go to Dauji. That's the first point. What is Dauji? Very beautiful deity of Shri Baldev Prabhu. Black complexion deity of Baldev Prabhu. Very strong. Established by Vajranab, the grandson of Krishna. He established Haridev in Govardhan, Keshav Dev in Mathura, and Baladev at this place called Dauji. So, if you all can remember this, or in your Parikma book, you should see Balaramji, and in just with our memory and remembrance, we just go there and sitting in that veranda, and we just glorify some of the pastimes of Shri Balaram Prabhu. Some Tattva, who is Baladev Prabhu? Yeah. So Chaitanya Charitamrita Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, एक ही स्वरूप दोनों भिन्न मात्र काय, आद्य काय सबु Krishna Leela Sahay. There is no difference between Krishna and Balaram. They both are एक ही स्वरूप दोनों भिन्न मात्र काय. They both are same. But only difference is complexion. Balaramji, Baldev Prabhu is golden complexion, whereas Krishna is black complexion. We heard other day so many reasons why Krishna is black. We also heard what is the significance of golden color, why Radharani is golden, Tapta Kanchan. Similarly, Balramji is also golden complexion, and there's a reason behind this. So, Balram Prabhu, Shri Baldev ji took birth from the womb of Roni Maya. When Roni Maya, out of fear of Kamsa, she went to Gokul under the protection of Shri Nanda Maharaj. And there in Gokul, Roni Maya gave birth to a very beautiful, strong, golden complexion boy called Balaram. So, Ayam hi Roni Putro Ramyam Surid Ganei. Balramji is Rohini Putra, the son of Mother Rohini. One of his name is Ram, another name is Balaram, and third name is Sankarshan. Why his name is Balaram? He is the predominant deity of Bala. Bala means strength. So what is that strength in Balaram Prabhu? The strength of muscles? No. What's the strength? The strength of service to Krishna. So as much as you serve Krishna, you become more powerful, more strength. If we don't serve Krishna, then we become weak. Balaram Prabhu, Baldev ji, always serving Krishna, always serving Krishna. And that's why this Bal, he has so much strength, Bal, and predominant deity of strength, Bala. So that's the meaning of the word Baladev. Sankarshan means one who attracted the womb of Devaki from Mathura, attracted in him. Now this is something very long past time, some other time. But Devaki Maya in Mathura, she was pregnant. The seventh womb, Lord Sankarshan was in her womb. But Balaramji was in the womb of Rohini Maya and Gokul. So Balaram Prabhu, Shri Baldev Prabhu, he attracted, Sankarshan means attraction. He attracted the womb, the seventh womb of Devaki from Mathura in the womb of Rohini Maya. That's why his name is Sankarshan. So in how many forms Baldev Prabhu is serving? Many forms. Apni करे ना anyway, in Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami explains that Balram Prabhu he expand himself in so many forms, like he becomes the cloth of Krishna, the ornaments on the body of Krishna, the shoes which Krishna wears, and the bed of Krishna, the umbrella, the charmer, all the paraphernalia is all expansion of Baladev Prabhu. And even so and so that Krishna as Vishnu, he rests on Baldev Prabhu. Because who is Shesh Bhagwan? Shesh Bhagwan is expansion of Baldev Prabhu. As many expansion Krishna has, means all the incarnations. Baldev Prabhu is always with Krishna. When he took the form of Lord, when he incarnated as Lord Ram, Baldev Prabhu came as Lakshman. When Krishna came as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Baldev Prabhu came as Nityanand Prabhu, assisting in all the pastimes. When Vishnu wants to lie down in the casual ocean, Kshir Sagar, then Baldev Prabhu is like a Shesh, Ananta Shesh. And with his thousands of hoods, he's always glorifying the pastimes of Krishna, always. Thousands of hoods. So as many incarnations, or as many forms Krishna assumed, Balramji is always there. Now, very interesting point came in my mind. What is Srimad Bhagavatam? Srimad Bhagavatam is another form of Krishna. Krishna Sudham Upagadate Dharma Jnana Dibisaha Kalo Nashtam Drishameshram Puran Ar Kaudunita. Yeah. Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. Krishna expanded himself in the form of scripture called Bhagavatam. Then Baldev Prabhu also expanded himself in the form of Ananta Dev, Shesha, to speak that Bhagavatam. Understand? Yeah. So there is parampara. There's a lineage. Shukdev Goswami spoke Bhagavatam to Parikshit. Yeah. Shukdev Goswami heard from Vedavyasji, from Parikshit, and from Shukdev Goswami also. Suta Goswami heard from Shukdev. So this is parampara. But there is another parampara. You see, Shukdev Goswami heard Bhagavatam from Vedavyasji. And Vedavyasji heard Bhagavatam from Naraji. And Naraji heard Bhagavatam from 4 Kumaras. Yeah, 4 Kumaras. And 4 Kumaras heard Bhagavatam from Ananta Shesh. This is parampara. So, Baldev Prabhu manifested as, expanded as Ananta Shesh. So, Ananta Shesh, 4 Kumaras, Naraji, and then Vedvyasji, Shukdev Goswami, Suta Goswami, and now all the way to Shri Gurudev. So this is Guru Parampara. So if Krishna expands himself as Bhagavatam, Balaram Prabhu Baldev expands himself as Ananta Shesh to explain or recite that Bhagavatam. I mean, there is always a competition, Gurudev used to say. Competition, the pastimes of Krishna in the recitation by Ananta Shesh. Ananta Shesh, those who are new, that snake form with thousands of hoods. Snake always spit poison. Yeah, snake is always poison. But Shesha Bhagwan, which is expansion of Balaram Prabhu, he's giving nectar. What nectar? Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam. He is giving nectar. Actually, this shloka applies to Ananta Shesh because Tava Kathamritam. Okay, let us sing. Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivana Bhuvi Grinanti Te Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivana Kavi Bhidinti Te Kalmashapam Shavanamangala Shivadatata Bhuvi Grinanti Te Bhurida Jana Bhurida Jana. Gopi is saying, "O Krishna, those who speaks your pastimes, those who always reciting your pastime, they are actually Bhurida Jana. They are the best donors. They are so generous. They are donors." So it starts with Ananta Dev, Shri Balaramji, the best donor. He's so generous. He's donating. He's speaking this Harikatha all the time. There's a competition between Krishna's pastime. Krishna is thinking, I will cheat Balaram by expansion of so many pastimes. But Baldev Prabhu trying to catch up with all this pastime and speaking. But moment Ananta, who is Ananta means unlimited. Moment Ananta finished the pastimes, what Krishna has done, he thinks, okay, now I completed all. But Krishna expand, manifest more and more pastime. Yeah, in this way, Shri Balaramji is Ananta, spreading the pastimes of Krishna and acting as his shoes, his umbrella, his bed, his asan, his seat, any other thing. That's why he's Balaram, the strength of service to Krishna. Shri Balaramji, he served Krishna in all the rasas, in Dasya ras, in Sakhya ras, in Vatsalya ras, and in Madhurya ras also. Shri Balaram. He's in so many forms, he's serving Krishna. This is Dasya ras. But he also served Krishna in Sakhya ras. Hands in hands together, Krishna Balaram, along with all these sakhas, they're wandering in the forest. And while Krishna walks in the forest, the trees have such beautiful fruits, full of all rasa. So intentionally the trees bending their branches down or their flowers down to welcome Krishna and seeking an opportunity. Maybe Krishna will pluck our fruit. Our life will be successful if Krishna will just touch this branch. So when all the trees are bending down, Krishna used to tell, Krishna used to think, my elder brother Balram is with me. I should glorify him. And used to glorify Shri Baldev Prabhu by saying, oh Balaram, oh Baldev brother, see all this beauty of Vrindavan is actually honoring you. See how these trees are paying obeisances to you. They're waiting for you to get your touch. Please touch them, Balaram. So in this way, Krishna is giving so much respect. And in reciprocation to that, Balram Prabhu always hands in hands with Krishna. And he used to, hands in hands with Krishna, he used to enjoy or laughing and joking with all the sakhas. This is Sakhiras. I'm not elaborating, okay, some other time. So keep on adding some other time. Because now I'm so much excited for this Hari Katha every day. Let's see what will happen after Kartik. Yeah. Maybe I will continue after Kartik also. So keep on adding this. You see here, devotees are always jumping. They started jumping right now. Acha. Anyhow. And Baldev Prabhu also served Krishna in Vatsalya Bhav. How come? When Balram Prabhu thinks Krishna is tired, fatigued by playing, jumping around, or with cows, taking care of cows, Balram Prabhu sit and make Krishna lie on his lap. And other sakhas, they massage the feet of Krishna. In some sakhas, they start fanning Krishna. Yeah. But Balram Prabhu keeping Krishna's forehead on his lap and patting him, make him sleep. Yeah. Vatsalya bhav, affection. In so, if you are familiar of this, some of you may not be. There are different rasas. Okay, the gradation is Dasya, Sakhe, Vatsalya, and then Madhur. In Madhur ras, which is in simple ordinary language, please don't mind, say loving ras. So much love is there. Love is in all the rasas. But the love of gopis, the samartharatis, have for Krishna, that's Madhura ras. So in the topmost Madhura ras, all other rasas are present. Yeah. Dasa is also present. Gopis, they're serving Krishna. Means if they're bringing some fruits or cooking for, Radharani is cooking for Krishna using 100 ovens. So service means dasa. Not only that, Sakhe is also present in Madhuri. Radharani sometimes make Krishna laugh. Radharani sometimes joking with Krishna and sharing her feelings with Krishna. This is Sakhe. Only a friend can share feeling to other friend. And there are sometimes intimate feelings which can only be shared with intimate friend. Who can be more intimate than Krishna to Radharani? So she is sharing her heart feelings to Krishna. So Sakhe Ras is also in Madhuri. Vatsalya Ras is also present in Madhuri. How is possible? Vatsalya in Madhuri? Yes. So in simple English language, Vatsalya means caring, caring nature. Yeah, in simple language. Caring means Vatsalya. So even though Vatsalya means parental mood, but another word of Vatsalya is also what? Caring nature. So like a friend is tired, so caring nature say, okay, go take a rest, go sleep, don't worry about things, you know, no need to do anything, just go and take a rest. You must eat now. So there is no one who is teaching this. It just comes spontaneous from the heart. The caring for someone to whom you like, it's just spontaneous. It comes. Yeah. So Radharani, Sakhis, Gopis, they also have this caring nature. So Vatsalya is also present in Madhuri. And of course, Madhuri has its own domain, its own quality, which can't be present in any other rasa. And what is that? Serving Krishna with all the limbs, with all the fields, serving Krishna with everything. Nothing my own, everything is yours. Full surrender, selfless surrender. What pleases to you, that's all. Krishna, whatever pleases to you. Very high class Madhuri Ras. So Balaramji is serving Krishna in Vatsalya Ras by making Krishna lying on his lap and is petting and make Krishna to take a rest. Balramji also serving Krishna in Madhuri Ras. He expands himself further from male to female body to participate and to serve Krishna in Madhuri Ras. So Balram Prabhu, he becomes as Ananga Manjari. Ananga Manjari, very intimate Sakhi of Radharani and give pleasure to Krishna. Ananga Manjari. And what is her service, Ananga Manjari? She gives chandan on the forehead of Krishna. No, there's so much secrets. Just only giving chandan is that simple. No, some other time. All the windows are opening and I'm shutting them. What is the meaning of chandan? So Ananga Manjari, applying this chandan. And there is a Mangalarati which is written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And many Gaudiya Muts, they sing this Mangalarati, which is written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. What we sing in our centers is what Param Gurudev has written, Mangalarati. Mangala Shri Guru Gaura Mangala Murati Mangala Shri Radha Krishna Yugala Piriti. So this is Param Gurudev. But in all other Gaudiyamats, most of the Gaudiyamats, they have different Mangalarti written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. भाले गौरा गदाधरे आरती निहारी नदिया पूरबा भागे जाऊं बलिहारी कल्पतरु तले रत्ना सिंहासन पोरी सबु सखी वेष्टिता Kishora Kishori. Very beautiful Mangalarti. He starts praying with Gaur Gadadhar, the favorite deity of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaur Gadadhar. And in the second stanza, he comes to Kalpataru Tale Ratna, means under the shade of a kalpatru, a desire fulfilling tree, on a very beautiful jeweled throne. Kishore and Kishori, the divine couple Radha Krishna is sitting. And how they are receiving and service by the Sakhis. Some other time I will sing this Mangalarti. So receiving service from all. So in that there is one line. Ananga manjari chua chandana deve malatira mala rupa manjari lagave. Rupa Manjari is giving, she is giving Malati Mala, Malati flowers, and she's putting this garland. And Ananga Manjari, she is applying Chandan. Okay, just a little hint. Some other time explain more. Why Chandan? Because Mangalarti means separation. You see the melody which I'm singing, this is Mangalarti melody. This is a different raga. It's called Raga Bhairav, which is more a kind of separation mood. So now is the time. Mangalarti means now Radha Krishna is going to get separated. Yeah, early morning, separation mood. Whole night they are together is union. Moment sun is about to rise, means hour before sunrise. That's the separation time. So they both feel separation from each other. That's why separation means what? Pain. Separation means something warm. So Ananga Manjari applying Chandan to cool down, to cool down them. And there are many other reasons, very intimate reasons. Okay, so what I was saying. Yeah, as Ananga Manjari, Balaram Baldev Prabhu, serving Krishna. This is all about Tattva of Balaramji, but there are some pastimes of Baldev Prabhu also. I'm not going to say today. I've been ordered to speak wherever all Parikrama visited. So if I only speak about Baldev Prabhu, then it will be difficult to, touch all other places of pastime. And I already spoke like 45 minutes on Baldev Prabhu. I never get this chance there. Some other time. Please write down all this some other times. Yeah. So there'll be going to be a very good surprise for all of you today, just in few minutes. Yeah. Okay. So let us go to now Brahman Ghat, Balram Ghat. Shishi Radha Govind Shishi Gaur Nityanand Prabhu ki jai. Shishi Ram Lakshman Bhakt Hanuman ki jai. Brahman Ghat. What happened in Brahman Ghat? Very interesting pastime. Yeah. Jai Shishi Radha Govind ki jai. Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay. Today, let's have darshan of Thakurji and also Hari Katha together. Switch off your mics, please. Yeah. Just your fan. Okay. Can you all see deities, Thakurji? Okay. Can you see me also? Okay. Don't forget me. Yeah. Okay. Today, this setup and this idea was given by Keli Prabhu, who's just here today to assist me from Austin. So, Brahman Ghat. Krishna is very naughty pastimes, but enchanting the mind and the heart of all Brajavasis. So, Krishna is wondering, what is that present? What is the glories of the dust of Braj? Whoever comes in my Braj, anyone who comes to my Braj always want the dust of Vrindavan. What is that in the dust of Vrindavan? Brahmaji said, Tad bhuri bhagyam iha janma kimapi atya. I want to become a stone in Brajmandal, where those maid servants of Braj, when they sometimes walk by and they place their feet on me and scrap their feet, and I get the dust of their lotus feet on my head, my life will be successful. This is what Brahmaji, the creator, is seeking for, requesting for. Uddhavji wanted to have dust of Braj, and he became a grass. Hmm. Asam oho charan renu jushamyam sam. He want to become a grass, and he's performing tapasya at Uddhav Kund in Govardhan to get this one speck of dust. Uh, you know, in India, if someone leaves the body, so in simple Hindi language, we say, this person mar gaya. Or there is another word, those who understand Hindi. ये चला गया, और ये परलोक हो गया. Or in English we say, he died, he passed away, he died, he left his body. But there's a special term, a very, very refined term which is used in Braj when any sadhu leaves the body. You know what is that? They say this sadhu has attained Braj Raj. This sadhu has attained the dust of Vrindavan. That means he has left his body. Such is so glorious that sadhu has attained the dust of Vrindavan. This is how they use this word. So Krishna is wondering, what is that speciality of my Braj Raj? Everyone comes here. And what is that speciality actually? All this Braj Mandal is the place of pastime of Radha Rani. What's the first shloka of Gopi Geet? Jayati te dikam janmana vraja sheyath indira shashvadatrayi daita dikshuta dikshutavaka Tvaidita sava tam vichinvate. Yeah. This Braj Bhumi has become the playful pastime of Radharani. And that's why the touch of the lotus feet of Radharani, all this dust is actually touched by the lotus feet, blessed by the lotus feet of Radharani. And that's why everyone wants to get this Braj Raj. So Krishna is wondering, that's why everyone comes and want to have Braj Raj. I will also see what is that flavor which is present in Braj Raj. So Krishna wants to eat the mud, the dirt of Braj. From this place, Brahmand Ghat. Brahmand means universe, and Ghat means the bank of river Jamuna. The river Jamuna is flowing there. Yeah. So this is one consideration Krishna has. Yes, Thakurji. This other consideration is that Krishna is thinking the whole universe is in my stomach, in my belly. If I eat Braj Raj, the dust of Vrindavan, I will purify the whole universe with that dust. These are some primary and secondary reasons. And secondary reason is Krishna is being naughty, and all children, they are like that. They want to eat dirt. They all want to eat this. So Krishna took this and put in his mouth, and wow, so nice, sweet. He's relishing this. He's tasting this Braj Raj because he understands the values, the transcendentalness of Braj Raj. Yeah, he understands this. So Krishna ate this, and then all other sakhas, they came to Yashoda Maya and complaining. Say, Mother, Maya, Maya, Yashoda Maya, you know what happened today? Maya said, what happened? Krishna ate the dirt, the mud. Krishna ate the mud. And Yashoda Maya was so upset and angry. What? Krishna ate the mud today. He don't have any other thing to eat. He's stealing butter, and every day I'm getting so many complaints. Every day. And he's eating dust and mud today. What is this? Today, if he comes, I will not spare him. So Maya Yashoda already waiting for Krishna, and Krishna came. He don't know. He just enjoying mud in his mouth. But when he came near to Mother Yashoda, he was little. He saw the face of Maya, Mother Yashoda, and face is index of mind. He understood. Yeah, something is wrong. Maya is not looking me in very mellow, in very nice. There's something wrong. And Mother Yashoda immediately he twisted the ear of Krishna. Hey, it never happened in any other incarnation. Never ever happened in any incarnation. No mother of any Bhagwan had twisted the ear of Bhagwan. Only in Krishna Leela and only in Brajmandal it happened. So Mother Yashoda, no fear from Krishna. He is my son. She don't believe Krishna is Supreme Lord. Yeah. So Mother Yashoda twisted the ear. What I am hearing today? You have eaten mud today? You have eaten dirt today? And Krishna was, oh, today I'm going to get chastised, and not only chastised, today I'm going to get beating from Maya. So he's trying to apply some tricks to escape from this punishment or chastisement from Mother Yashoda. And Krishna is saying, Maya said, have you eaten dirt? Tell me truth. Then why are you not saying? And Krishna just put, the bowl of dirt just behind his, this part. And he opened his mouth and said, who told you I've eaten dirt today? Who told you? Mother Yashoda said, your sakhas just now came and complained about you. You have eaten mud today. And Krishna said, Maya, don't believe my sakhas, don't believe my friends. Maya, Yashoda Maya said, why not? Maya, you don't know, they are liars. Always they are lying, always they are lying. And Mother Yashoda said, oh, only you are the one who always speak the truth. Said, yes, Maya, I am the all truth one. I never speak lies. I tell you what happened. Krishna said to Mother Yashoda, you know what happened? I was about to complain to you about my friends. You know why? My friends always stealing so much food ingredients from their houses, and they're bringing every morning to me and say, Krishna, share with us, share with us. And I'm so simple and sober. I don't like anything which has been stolen. I don't want to eat anything which is uh, which is grabbed by stealing. I'm very fair in my dealings. I don't like stealing at all. Yeah. So I wanted to complain about them to you, but they are so clever and tricky. They complained about me. Maya said, huh, you liar, giving excuses. What to speak of? Your friends, even your elder brother Balaram, is also complained that and prove that you have eaten mud today. Krishna said, Maya, mother, don't believe Balaram. He's white complexion. He's white from outside, but inside is totally black. And I'm black from outside, but inside I'm totally white. And Mother Yashoda said, what is this black and white? Krishna wants to prove and tell the Siddhanta here, the Tattva here. Balaram is white from outside, inside is black. Krishna wants to say, his white complexion from outside, but inside he's always keeping me in his heart. Means me as a black person, he's keeping in the heart. That's why inside is black. And me being black complexion, inside I'm white. What is the meaning? I'm always keeping, oh, Radha Rani. I'm always keeping Radha Rani in my heart. So that's why I'm black from outside, but inside I'm totally white. But Mother Yashoda is not understanding what he's saying. Yeah. So Krishna, trying to apply all these means, all these excuses to get, run away from clutches of punishment from Mother Yashoda. So Krishna now thought, oh, these tricks are not working. Mother Yashoda not believing me. So I have another trick. Let me speak something in very confidence. So if you say something, even though if you are lying, but if you speak something in confidence, the other person believes you. Yes, you are right. Because, you're speaking in confidence. Like, uh, I was sharing with someone today. 2 years back, I came to Houston, the flight from Holland. So when I was at the immigration counter, there was an immigration officer. She was like a very rude to me because there was no one behind me. I was the only one at the counter. The flight was all empty. So sometimes they need, maybe they are hearing, don't tell them. Huh? Sometimes they need someone to like have time pass or to threaten or to make nervous. Otherwise, when there is a long queue, then they just go fast. So when I was there, she was kind of rude to me and she said, do you have money? You coming United States, you have money with you? I said, no, I don't have any money. How can you come to United States without money? Who's going to take care of you? I said, well, my friend in Holland, he dropped me at airport and my friend in Houston is there to receive me. Why I need money? I'm not going to pay for any taxi or they are sponsoring me. They are going to accommodate me and everything. He said, what? What if you miss your flight? What if you are hungry? What if you this? What if you that? So many things she's like bombarded me with so many things. Then I was thinking, I spoke something in very what do you say? Confidence. I say, ma'am, excuse me, this is United States, and I really respect your country so much. The law and order of your country is so good. Especially, I respect the values of your dollars, of your currency. Because in your currency, in the dollars, it is written, in God we trust. And I fully value the meaning which is written in your currency. In God we trust. I said, I trust my God. So even though if something will happen to me, my God will look after me. I spoke in confidence. And she was so impressed. She became so polite and humble and said, please don't take my offense. It's my duty. I'm an officer here and you are a monk. You're a godly person. Don't take any offense. I said, and then I became like heavy on her. I said, God bless you. God bless you. And she was so polite then. So just simple thing is even if there is a lie, but if you speak in confidence, it gives different meaning. So Krishna thought, okay, the mud is just right in my mouth. If I speak in confidence to Maya, to Mother Yashoda, maybe she will believe me. So Krishna said, Naham bhakshitam amba sarve mithya abhishnasina yadi satyagrahi samaksh paksham me mukham. Oh Maya, oh Mother, I've not eaten mud. If you don't believe me, you can open my mouth and can see. He thought, if I speak these words in confidence, maybe Mother will say, oh yes, okay, no need. But Mother Yashoda said, yes, open your mouth, I want to see. Now Krishna is worried. If I open my mouth, what will happen? Today Maya will give me a slap. Today Maya will twist my ears. She will bind me. He's so worried. And seeing the worry of Krishna, the potency of Lord, which is called Leela Shakti. Leela Shakti, one who expands the pastime of Krishna. And there is one Aishwarya Shakti, the opulence potency of Krishna. Yeah. So Leela Shakti, Aishwarya Shakti of Krishna, they came forward. Yeah. They came forward uh, to help Krishna in this difficult circumstance. The opulence potency of Krishna is thinking, today is the time I can save my Prabhu for getting chastised or beaten by Mother Yashoda. I should prove to Mother Yashoda that he is not only your son, he is Supreme God, he is the Lord. So the moment now Krishna has to open his mouth because he is stuck there. You know, some people are not very good in lying. They can't lie. So Krishna is trying to apply his tricks, but it's not very. He didn't work out good. So he has to open his mouth. And when Krishna opened his mouth, the opulence potency shown the identity of Krishna. And what Mother Yashoda saw, the millions of universes, Brahmands in the mouth of Krishna, millions. And Mother Yashoda also saw, I'm there in the mouth of Krishna. And instead of getting scared, Mother Yashoda fell unconscious. She can't hold this. And what she understood, oh, maybe my Krishna got haunted by Putana again. Putana is a demon. She came right in the beginning when Krishna got birth, when he was only 6-day young boy. So that fear is always in the heart of Mother Yashoda. Yeah, always fear. This is in the heart of Mother Yashoda. What? I have to protect my son from all these demons, all these ghosts, because first impression is the last impression. She already have this impression that Putana came and she took my Krishna away. This is a fear in the heart of Mother Yashoda. There is also fear in the heart of the gopis. What's the fear? Not any fear of demons. The worst demon, separation. Always fear. Always fear. Krishna, never leave me. Please don't leave me ever. There's always a fear in the heart of the gopis. So, Mother Yashoda felt unconscious. And Krishna, now trying to wake up Maya, bringing her back to consciousness. Maya, 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 Maya. Krishna chastised his own opulence potency. Hey, opulence potency, Aishwarya Shakti, go away from here. Why are you disturbing me and Mother Yashoda? Why you came in between? We both were having such nice time together. So much affection was overflowing for Mother Yashoda. I was relishing this chastisement, which I never get in any other incarnation. I was missing this part. Yeah. And she was, chastising me, giving her love and affection. Chastisement is also affection. When you're caring, when you're concerned for someone, then you chastise. That's fine. So go away from here. Krishna even chastises his own opulence potency to just go away. And then Krishna make Mother Yashoda back to consciousness. Maya, what happened? And Yashoda Maya said, Krishna, my darling son, I saw something in your mouth. He said, मेरे मुंह में तो कछुना है. There is nothing in my mouth. Why are you so scared? And she immediately embraced Krishna. So this is what happened at Brahmanda Ghat. Brahmanda Ghat means where Krishna shown the universe in his mouth. Brahmanda Ghat. So we pay obeisances to Brahmanda Ghat. Let's go downstairs and take some Jamna water and sprinkle on our head. Brahmanda Ghat ki jai. So where next? Gokul. Yeah. Gokul is a place where नंद के घर आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की. नंद के घर आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की. The birthplace of Krishna. Yeah. Here, Govindji must be very happy and pleased today. He's hearing his own birth pastime. Yeah. So, there are two Krishna. One is Devakinandan Krishna, who didn't took birth, but who manifested as Tad Advut Balakam, very astonishing child, not from the womb of Mother Devaki in Mathura, but Krishna manifested like 16-year young boy in Mathura from when Mother Devaki was pregnant. Yeah, manifested there with nice crown, earrings, so many ornaments. He manifested there. But Krishna, Yashoda Nandan Krishna, today we are going to hear the birth of Krishna. So happy birthday at Gokul. There Krishna took birth as an ordinary child taking birth from the womb of mother, without any clothes, without any crown, without any earrings, just naked. And there is naked from the womb of Mother Yashoda. So you want me to describe the whole birth pastime in short? In short, Yashoda Maya and Nanda Baba became old, but no child. The elder brothers of Nanda Maharaj performed so many yagyas, but they were not getting any child. Once upon a time, Nanda Maharaj saw a dream, and he came running next day to his Sadharmani, his dear wife, that's Yashoda Maya. Satya Brahu Sadharmani. He's saying, tell me, my dear beloved wife, tell me the truth. Yesterday I saw a dream. Very beautiful, black complexioned young boy is playing on your lap, and you're feeding your breast milk to that boy. Do you also get this kind of dream sometime? Mother Yashoda said, yes. You just picked the word from my mouth. I was about to say this dream because I also got this dream yesterday. A sham complexion, a black complexion boy just on my lap playing, and I'm feeding my breast milk, and so much affection overflowing. Oh. Then Mara said, Yashoda, that means very soon we're going to get the good news. Meanwhile, they were discussing a very divine personality of a lady appeared wearing saffron cloths. Divine, so much effulgence was coming from her. Who's that divine form? Purnamashi Devi. She Purnamashi, Yoga Maya, she came there. And she said, Nanda Maharaj, I'm here to give a good news to you. Very soon, Yashoda is going to give birth to a very beautiful boy who will be captivating the mind of all the inhabitants of Vrindavan. And Nanda Maharaj paid obeisances to Yogamaya. He said, oh divine lady, you came from heaven to give such a good news to us. Don't go from here. I will make a small cottage for you on the near to on the bank of Jamuna. You stay here and always you give us this good news. Yogamaya Purnamashi said, what I need more. I just want to be here all the time to see the pastimes of Krishna. And I have to direct and manage the pastimes of Krishna. She is the director. The whole pastimes of Krishna, the remote of the whole pastime of Krishna is in the hands of Yogamaya. Wherever she wants, like you have remote for the air cons, your air conditions, cool, warm, hot, whatever she wants, in any way she wants, she directing the whole pastimes of Krishna. Yeah, make Krishna forgetful, make Brajvasi forgetful, and then make Krishna aware of everything. Mugdata Sarvagyata. So Yogamaya gave this news. Nand Maharaj was so happy, and Yashoda Maya, she started exhibiting those symptoms of pregnancy. And nowadays we have this so much high-tech system to even see Is there a boy or girl in the womb of mother? Just last month, some months back, someone showed me that the pumping of the heart of a fetus, child in the womb. Doctor can even see that the pumping of the heart. So many details. But in those days, like 5,000 years back, there was no high-tech system like this, but something more high-tech than that. And that is just all those elderly women, they just see the face and they can tell. Just by seeing the face, they can tell you get a boy or you get a girl. So when Yashoda Maya, she was exhibiting these symptoms, her face became yellowish, some pale, yellowish color. So all the elderly gopis, the mothers of Braj, they sing Yashoda, your face is showing yellow color. Certainly, a lala, a boy will going to take birth from your womb. And when the face is little reddish, then girl. This is how they used to say, and it's 100% confirmed. So Mother Yashoda, she was waiting, and the time came. The constellation, Roni Nakshatra, Abhijit Murat, Harsh Yog, Wednesday, midnight. Hmm. Two Krishna took birth in the same constellation. One in Mathura, in the prison house of Kamsa, directly manifested right in front of Mother Devaki, and other from the womb of Mother Yashoda. Same together, same constellation. Two Krishna took. One Krishna took birth, other Krishna manifested. Yeah. Now Mother Devaki folded hand and said, "Oh Prabhu, you became 16-year young boy right away. How I'm going to have affection for you? Yeah. Can you become a small little child so I can, feel some vatsalya, affectionate mood? I can feed you with my breast milk." Krishna said, "Oh, you are worried that Kamsa will come and kill me. If you're worried, then, oh, Vasudev, Maharaj, take me to Gokul and keep me there safe with Nanda Maharaj." Vasudev Maharaj said, "How I can take you? There's so many shackles all around my body. There's so many guards there, and it's locked. The prison house is locked, and there is so much heavy rain, thunderstorm, and Jamuna is overflowing, flooded." Krishna said, "Don't worry. I will arrange everything. You get ready to go." And just in a click, all the shackles loosened, the guards slept, the locks opened, and Vasudev Maharaj took a basket, and that 16-year young boy, teenager, became a small child. Vasudev Maharaj placed the child in the basket, took on his head, and start moving, not from the highway, from the main road, but from crossing the Jamuna. Why not from the main road? Because then the messengers of Kamsa can see and they can inform Maharaj Kamsa of this. So Vasudeva Maharaj, he chose to walk from the Jamuna and Krishna on the head. Devaki Nandan Krishna. Jamuna is overflowing. She wants to touch the lotus feet of Krishna. And Vasudeva Maharaj was in trouble. The water is rising and rising. And then Krishna extended his feet, his lotus feet, and Jamuna Maharani touched the feet of Krishna and gave the whole path. And there's other reasons why she did this. First impression is the last impression. Jamuna Maharani don't want to give a very bad impression to Krishna. She's wondering if Krishna will think right away he just got birth. If he thinks that Jamuna, you're always overflowing, I will never come to you and feel my pastimes because you're overflowing. So that's why Jamuna Maharani gave the whole path, passage. And Vasudeva Maharaj took Krishna on his basket and he brought to Gokul uh, in the inner palace of Nanda Maharaj, where Yashoda Maya has given birth to twins, one boy and one girl. Who's that girl? Anuja. Anuja, younger sister, means Yogamaya. And who's the boy? The boy is Krishna. So they are two Krishnas. Vasudeva Maharaj carried Krishna on his basket, and the moment he brought Krishna in the inner chambers, the two boys combined together. This is done by Yogamaya. Vasudeva Maharaj is not aware of this. No one is even seeing this. Even Yashoda Maya can't see this because she's like unconscious. She delivered twins and she was unconscious. Yogamaya is doing two boys combined together for many, many reasons. Some other time. Many reasons why it happened like that. Huh. And then Vasudeva Maharaj took that girl, baby girl, and brought back to Mathura. She started crying in the prison, and the guards informed Kams Maharaj, "Oh, this time Devki has given birth to a baby girl." Kansa became very angry. He took a sword in his hand. Right away he ran in the prison house and he's trying to snatch the baby girl from the lap of Devaki. Devaki folded hand and said, "Brother, please spare. This is baby girl. She can't harm you in any way." Krishna said no. Kamsa said no. She's the eighth child and she's the cause of my death. Kamsa took the baby girl and tried to hit on the wall, but she assumed 8-armed forms, huge 8-armed form as Durga, the external potency of God, and kicked on the forehead of Kamsa and said, "Kamsa, your enemy has taken birth somewhere." Kamsa became so fearful. So let him be fearful in Mathura. Let's go to Gokul. Yeah, where Yashodama is unconscious and baby Krishna is just there. The sister of Nanda Maharaj, her name is Sunanda. Nand Maharaj has are 5 brothers and 1 sister. Abhinand, Upanand, Nand, Sunanda, Nandan. And sister is Sunanda. She came and she saw, oh, Yashoda has given birth to a very beautiful boy. She's thinking what to take, what to take. She don't understand what to take. I have to ring something to give this news. And she took one steel, what do you call, plate and 1 spoon and say, she said, "Congratulations, badai ho, congratulations." Ah, oh brother Nanda, Yashoda has given birth to a very beautiful boy. And Nand Maharaj started dancing in ecstasy. And all the news spread it everywhere. And all the Brajavasis, they're coming and greeting Nand Maharaj and Mother Yashoda by saying, "Nand ke anand bhayo, jai kanaiya lal ki, Nand ke ghar anand bhayo." No, जियो श्याम लाला, जियो श्याम लाला, पीली तेरी पगड़ी रंग काला, जियो श्याम लाला, जियो श्याम लाला, पीली तेरी पगड़ी रंग काला. Why I'm singing this? Because every year I sing this in Gokul. When all the devotees in Parikrama are sitting, I snatch mic from someone and I just want to sing and dance there. Hmm. पीली तेरी पगड़ी रंग काला, गोकुल में आयो नंद लाला, गोकुल में आयो नंद लाला, गोपियों से पड़ गया अब पाला, जियो श्याम लाला, जियो श्याम लाला, पीली तेरी पगड़ी रंग काला. And there are so many sweets which has been distributed. Every house comes up with one sweet and present to other house. Then other house also bringing to other house. In this way, they're spreading all the sweets. What are those sweets? खीर जलेबी पूड़ी लड्डू पुआ, खीर जलेबी पूड़ी लड्डू पुआ, यशोमती घर आनंद हुआ, यशोमती घर आनंद हुआ. And then Mother Yashoda kept baby Krishna in a cradle, and how this cradle is swinging. Charmar charmar kore palana, charmar charmar kore palana, ब्रजवासी गाए जियो ललना, ब्रजवासी गाए जियो ललना, जियो श्याम लाला, जियो श्याम लाला, पीली तेरी पगड़ी रंग काला, नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की, हाथी घोड़ा पाल की जय कन्हैया लाल की. Okay, so this is Gokul, where not only the birth of Krishna, but all other pastimes, some other time. Killing Putana, killing Shaktasur, killing Tirunavrat, stealing butter, and this month is Damodar month, where Mother Yashoda binded Krishna with a grinding mortar. So that spot is also there. The Parikrama goes there, Way of Essence is there, and we all devotees they sing. We're going to sing in the last. Anuradha will sing in the last. Namam Vishwaram. Namam Vishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokuleva Jamanam Yashodabhyoluka Radhavamanam Paramishtamatya Tatadukta Gopya. Anuradha, you sing like this, okay? So, the devotees they sing this. And this is a place, Gokul, where Krishna used to steal butter and all notorious activities, pastimes in Gokul. Yeah. So, so Brahman Ghat, Dauji, Gokul. Last one, Raval. Just near to Gokul is Raval, the birthplace of Radharani. Yeah. Shukdev Goswami told in Bhagavatam, right after Krishna took birth, Shukdev Goswami is indicating, not directly but indirectly indicating the birth of Radharani. Tad Arabnandasya Braj Samsmriddivan Hari Nivas Atmaguno Ramam Kidam Abu Nipa. The moment Krishna has taken birth in Gokul, this whole Braj has become the playful pastime of Rama. Rama means Lakshmi, but it's not Lakshmi of Vishnu, the consort of Vishnu. Here Lakshmi means Sarva Lakshmi Mai Radharani. Sarva Lakshmi Mai Radharani. Yeah. So it's taken the playful pastime Radharani. So birth of Radharani very quick, because just I have only 15 minutes left, and there's one house program. I have to speak 2 hours there also. So give me a break. Wait. I forgot. Forgot to drink water. Anyway, so Radharani's birth. Yeah. Although there's so much great tattva of Radharani, but just simple birth pastime. We are going to hear it Raval. Early in the morning at Brahmurata, Vishwabhanu Maharaj, in dark, he came to bath in Vrishabhanu Kund. So the Gurudev used to explain in different kalpas, the different narration of how Radharani take birth. Sometimes she take birth from earth, sometimes from the womb of Kirtida Devi. But in this kalpa, Radharani took birth. Uh, the birth pastime of Radharani is that in the morning, when Vishwabhanu Maharaj is swimming, is taking bath in that pond, he saw a lotus flower fully blossomed, and he saw very effulgent, tiny little girl is playing on that lotus. Yeah. And Vishwabhanu Maharaj looked here and there. He looked here and there. Whose girl is this? Whose girl is this? He found no one is there. He found no one is there. So he thought, no one is taking care of this girl. Better I should take this girl. And he took the baby girl, put on her chest. So much affection overflowed from his heart, and he wants to take this girl to his home. he brought and handed over to Mother Kirtida, the mother of Radharani, Kirtida Devi. And she asked, "Oh, from where you got this girl?" And Vishnu Maharaj told the whole story. She said, "Listen, we're not going to say anyone. She's so beautiful, so effulgent. Anyone can claim, oh, you found this girl, why not we can take care of her? So we will not tell anyone, we'll just take care of her every time in our house." While they were thinking like this, speaking to each other, after a while, Naraji, who is actually always fond of doing research, Naraji has master degree, he do PhD. Yeah. No, Anuradha from Orlando will sing Damodar-Ashtakam, not from New York. I got a message. Acha. So, what I was saying? What I was saying?
Narad Muni was coming.
Yes, Naraji, he always liked to do research. And in whole Brihad Bhagavatamritam by Sanatana Goswami, this is the thesis, this is the research what Naraji did to prove who is the best recipient of the mercy of Krishna, who is the best devotee. So the best devotee of Krishna was proved is Uddhavji. Oh, not the gopis? No. Why not? Gopis are not devotees. Uddhavji is the best devotee. And through Uddhavji, Naraj wants to prove to the entire world who is the best loving associate of Krishna. So if Uddhav will declare this, then everyone will accept this. And Uddhavji said, Braj gopis are the best. And Teorapi Ubhe Madhe Radhika Sarva Radhika. Amongst all the gopis, Radharani is the best. So this was the research of Naraji. And again today, Naraji was in search of Shakti, potency. Naraji was wondering, if Shakti Man means Krishna has taken birth in Gokul, must be Shakti has taken birth somewhere. Where is she? And that's when Naraji is moving here and there. And finally he came to the palace of Vrishabhanu Maharaj. Vrishabhanu Maharaj welcomed Naraji, gave him a seat, worshipped him, honored him, glorified him, and asked, how can I serve you? Naraji said, well, how many children you have? He said, he thought, oh, I just got this baby girl, and Naraji is asking what to say. Vrishabhanu Maharaj said, I have one son, Sridham. He said, no, any daughter? Just recently, any daughter? Vrishabhanu Maharaj thought, it's offense to lie to Guru Vargas. To Naraji, he's Jagat Guru. So I don't want to hide this. And he said, yes, Naraji, with your mercy, with your blessings, I just received a baby girl. She's very beautiful. Naraji said, can I see her? He said, of course. Please come and bless. Please come and bless my daughter. And Vrishabhanu Maharaj took inside beautiful daughter. Naraji saw. But Vrishabhanu Maharaj said, Naraji, something is wrong. Even though she is very fulgent, beautiful, no doubt, but she's not opening her eyes at all. I'm doubtful. Naraji said, no doubtful. Don't worry. Let me check. And very first thing Naraji saw is the marks on the soles of the lotus feet of Radharani. Very first thing. And hence proved. Naraji understood. She is Radharani, to whom I was searching for. There are 19 marks, the lotus feet of Radharani. 19 marks, explained by Rupa Goswami. Naraji said, oh, here is the Adhar Shakti, here is the Haladni Shakti. But how I can pray to her if Vrishabhanu Maharaj is standing right away? So he said, Naraji said, Vrishabhanu Maharaj, can you get some ingredients then I will bless your daughter. Okay, bring turmeric, bring some rice, bring some flowers, some fruits. He want to engage him. And Vishnu said, yes, of course. He went out and started gathering all these ingredients. And here, meanwhile, what? Naraji started praying. Oh my Swamini, Radharani, I want to see you. I want to have your darshan. So Naraji, you already having darshan. Is it not the darshan of Radharani? It's same. Yes, it's same. But we Gaudiya Vaishnavas, yeah, we Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we like to see Radha and Krishna as Kishore and Kishori. Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore. Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore. Jivane Marane Gati Arnahi Mo. Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore. Kishore, teenager Krishna, teenager Radharani. Narad is Gaudiya Vaishnava. He's not satisfied to see only baby girl. He wants to see the Kishori Sarup of Radharani. So therefore he started praying. Moninda Vrindavandite Triloka Shoka Harani Prasanna Vakra Pankaje Nikunja Bhuvilasani Brajendra Bhanu Nandani Brajendra Sonu Sangate Kada Karishasi Hamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Ashoka Vriksha Vallari वितानमण्डपास्थिते प्रवालवालपल्लवा प्रवानुरान्दिकोमलि वराभया सुरत्करे प्रभूतसम्पदालये कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम्. Seeking for one sidelong glance of Radharani. And there are so many glories of Radharani. Okay, the day when we go to Varsana, that day I will elaborate on this. Yeah, some other time, another window, on the day of Varsana, or glories of Radharani. So here Naraji, he prayed, and meanwhile Vishwabhanu Maharaj came, handed over all the ingredients, and Naraji, and Radharani again became baby girl, and Naraji started performing Swasti Vachan Om Swasti no Govindaha Swasti no Achyutananto Swasti no Vasudevo Vishnu Dadatu Om Swasti Swasti Sumangalaikesho Mahan Shri Krishnaha Satchidanand Ghanaha Sarveshwareshwaro Dadatu Krishna Karotu Kalyanam Kansa Kunja Keshari Kalindi Jalkalola Kulahala Kutuhala Madhva Madhva Vachi Madhva Madhva Ridhi Smaranti Sadhva Sarvakareshu Madhavam Lavastesham Jayastesham Kutastesham Parabhava Yesham Indrivarshamo Hidayastu Janardana. Yeah, if someone has their birthday today, I already did Swasti Vachan for you. Yeah. So Naraji did Mangalacharan Swasti Vachan, and he's thinking little fearful in his heart, to whom I'm giving my blessings. So just before few minutes, I was seeking the blessings of Radharani, and now I'm blessing. Oh, he was, but this is human like pastime. So Naraji, he blessed Radharani. He did perform Mangalacharan to Radharani, and he said, okay, Vishwabhanu Maharaj, thank you so much. We'll see some other time. And Vishwabhanu Maharaj gave some donation. Yeah. And in this way, Vishwabhanu Maharaj thought, just like Nanda Maharaj has performed what? He has performed Nanda Mahotsav, the festival of the birth of Krishna. Similarly, I also have to perform this festival and have to announce everywhere, because Naraj is not going to be quiet. He's going to announce and spread this everywhere. So all the Gopas will come and complain to me that, oh, Vishwabhanu Maharaj, you're so selfish. You're hiding from us. Such a beautiful daughter you got. So he declared the festival. Then all the Gopas came, Nanda Maharaj came, he embraced Vishwabhanu Maharaj, greeted him, and all the gopis came. Yashoda Maya came with Lala, son in her arms, and she greeted Kirtida Devi. Oh Kirtida, can I see your daughter? So both the mothers went inside the room, and Yashoda Maya saw, so beautiful. She said, oh Kirtida, your daughter is so beautiful. She's more beautiful than my son Krishna. So more beautiful. So Kirtida Devi said, Yashoda, uh, you're only speaking. Why don't you just help me? There's such a big festival and so much to do. Help me. I want your help. She said, how can I help you? Can't you see this lala in my hand, my son? How can I help you? Kirtida Devi said, why don't you just keep your son in the same cradle where my daughter is? They can both sleep there, and let's go out and serve all the devotees, all the guests who are here. And Yashodama said, this is a good option. It's a good. And she kept Krishna next to Radharani. And both the mothers, they were taking care of all the guests outside. And here, first time, Radharani opened her eyes. Lotus-like eyes opening, only waiting for Krishna to see. So much dedication. She don't want to see anybody else. Her only love is Krishna. She only wanted to see Krishna. She always remembered Krishna. The beginning of the day, she remembered Krishna. At the end of the day. But there is no beginning and end. 24 hours. She always absorbed in Krishna. And Krishna absorbed in Radharani. So she opened her lotus-like eyes, like a lotus is blooming, and she adored the beauty of Krishna. Looks like I'm seeing Krishna first time. She's thinking, I'm seeing Krishna first time. Every time she sees Krishna, she feels, oh, I never saw him before. First time, ever fresh, all beautiful. Yeah. So this is a pastime, a travel. So we heard a lot of places of pastime we've been today. And we just pray from here, from far distance, from every corner of the world, to Shri Raval Dham, Shri Gokul Dham, Shri Dauji, Brahmand Ghat, and all this, and all the devotees who are there physically present, all obeisance to their lotus feet. They are touching the Dham, they're touching that dust of Dham, whereas we are only touching the Hari Katha. They are more fortunate than us because they are hearing Hari Katha and they are also touching Dham. They are breathing there, they are eating there, they are sleeping there. How glorious are they? Yeah, so all glories to the devotees who performing this parikrama. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Shri Braj Mandal Parikrama Ki Jai. Okay, quickly, Anuradha from and Anuradha. Again. Yeah, Anuradha from New York. So maybe today I'm busy running out of time. So tomorrow my class will be from 3 p.m. from 3 to 4:30 p.m. Tomorrow class. You'll get notification because immediately after that there's a big ceremony in a stadium with 10,000 people. So I'm a representative of this temple, so I'll be busy. And there is some other news, bad news. Separation time has come, and that is Sunday from 20th to 24th October. There will not be any Harikatha. I'm so sorry. I wanted to give, but where I'm going to Badger, and there is no Wi-Fi there. And without Wi-Fi, we cannot get connected. So it's a break time for all of you. Rest, relax. Enough Harikatha every day. You all need break from me also. I'm troubling all of you for 2 hours every evening. anyhow, but we can't help it. I mean, I will try my best, but I'm not sure. I already called them and they said they don't have Wi-Fi. So I will cover up. I'll catch up when I come back. So 20 means this Sunday, the 24th October, will be no Harikatha. And tomorrow, Saturday, 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Houston time, Harikatha. So tomorrow, Anuradha from New York, she will sing in the beginning, Shri Gurudev Daya Karke. She sings so nice. Hare Krishna. Another Anuradha. Damodar to come quickly.
Namami Swaram Sachidananda Lasat Kandalam Gokule Brajamana Yashoda Violuka Lavdavamagnam Paramrishyamatyam Tata Jutya Gopya Rudantamunitra Yogmamrijantam Karamboja Yogmina Tatankanitra Muhuswasakampa Shirekankakanta Pitagravadamo Taram Bhaktivaram Iti Jiti Sadilavir Ananakunde Swagoshami Manjantam Akyapayan Tariyeshitai Jeshu Bhaktirjitadvam Puna Prematastam Ratavritivane Varam Deva Moksham Namokshan Vadenva Nachanya Veneham Varesharapia Idam Deva Purnata Gopalabalam Sarame Manasavi Rashtam Kiman Idam Te Mokambojam Avyaktanile Ritam Kuntale Snigdha Raktasya Gopya Mushkumbintam Bimba Raktadarame Manasa Virasam Alam Lakshalam Namo Devodamo Tarananta Vishnu Vrasida Prabhuduka Jalabhimagnam Vipajesi Vishyati Dinamatanu Grehaneshamamagyam Erekshijesha कुबेरात्मजो बाधा मूर्तिर्वयाद्वत् त्वयामोचितो भक्ति भाजकृता च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयाच नामोक्षे ग्रहो मे दामोदरे नमस्ते स्तुदाम्ने पुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वय्याधरायत विश्वस्वदाम्ने नमो राधिकाय त्वय्यप्रियाय नमो नान्तलीलाय देवाय नमो राधिकाय त्वय्यप्रियाय नमो राधिकाय त्वय्यप्रियाय नमो नान्तलीलाय देवाय नमो नान्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर दामोदर राधा दामोदर
जय श्री राधा रानी की जय, श्री राधा गोविंद की जय, श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान की, श्री राधा दामोदर की, श्री राधा रानी की, गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओके, हरि बोल, थैंक यू।